Hi, today we're going to be practicing a dance, Qigong dance, called Yellow River Dancing, or its more technical name is Yin Yang Medical Qigong form. I'm so excited to finally get to share this with you guys. I've been practicing this for quite a few months now, really trying to get it down and connect with the subtleties of it, and also experience some of the benefits of the flow so that I could share them. One of the reasons why I really love this flow is because the first time that I started practicing it, I felt this wonderful sense of bliss, and I was just in tears as I started to flow with it. It was as if you could almost feel the love and the care that had been passed on from generation to generation, from teacher to student throughout history. There's different kinds of Qigong practices. There's really three main ones. You've got single forms, well, single movements. Those in that style, which is the style I usually teach, we take one kind of movement, we repeat it so we can really relax into it, and then we build on it by strategically adding the next flow. This is and I really like this style because it's flexible and it's so customizable. But you kind of have to learn a whole bunch of different individual movements and figure out what they do, and then figure out how to put them together to have the benefits, which is one of the reasons why it's so handy to have a teacher and a regular practice. There's also a little more structure in these sequences or longer forms. For example, the eight pieces of silk brocade are a very popular sequence. So are the five animal frolics and on and on and on it goes because Qigong is kind of endless. Now, those ones, they offer a little bit more structure. And you might still take one flow, for example, like pulling the bow, and you might take this flow and just relax into it, repeat it, feel the benefits, and then you go into the next one. And these sequences are designed for various and sundry purposes. But there is another style, and those are the Qigong dances, where you go from one flowing movement directly into the next and into the next. These build power like no other. And as we continue to flow through the dance, the chi that we're building and the energy that we're building, they really begin to flow through us. They're similar to Tai Chi in the sense that they go from one movement directly into the next and into the next. But unlike Tai Chi or Tai Chi Chuan, these are not a martial avenue. There is no martial purpose behind these. They are strictly medical or spiritual in nature. And that's kind of my forte. So, or well, it's maybe not forte is the right word. They're kind of what I prefer. They're just more my style, I guess. If I wanted to do martial arts, I'd probably do Aikido. Now, if this video is designed to be a introduction to connect you with this form, and I intend to make an entire course that's going to break it down move by move, step by step. And it's going to give you an explanation of the different movements, what their names are. We're going to break it down into little bite-sized pieces so that it's much easier to learn. But I thought that I would create this as just an overall introduction and also a nice source of reference material. Oftentimes, before I go into one of these Qigong dances, I still like to do a little bit of warm up. just to help center myself and kind of give the Qi a little bit of an extra boost before I go into the dance. So I thought we could practice a little bit of a warm up before we go into Yellow River dancing today. So let's start with the breath. We just put our hands over the belly and stand comfortably. So many teachers obsess about this and that, and yes, there are benefits, but just stand comfortably and breathe into your center, into the belly, allowing the breath to be slow, nourishing, and centered. As we slow the breath, slow the movement, the mind tends to slow down as well. Now, let's take a nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Let's do that one more time. In and out through the mouth. And we can relax the hands down. We're going to start the warm up with a little bit of spinal enlivening movements. So let's start by just lifting the chin, bringing the chin forward, bending the knees, tuck the tailbone and the chin as you roll up. We're going to exhale as we come down, and then inhale as we flow up. Feel this wave of relaxation moving all the way from the toes, up the legs, spine, to the crown of the head. This is what it looks like from the side. Let's go one more time in this direction. Come up to the top. And now let's reverse it. So chin tucks, comes down. Chin comes up, we come up. When we're going in the opposite direction, that movement is called the crane neck. This way is called dragon emerges from the cave, which is such a ridiculously intense name for this movement. I love it. Okay, one more time. Okay, nice work. Now let's loosen up our legs a little bit. So we're going to shift the weight, sink the weight down your right foot, and then touch your left toes to the ground. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a nice circle. So we're circling, start with circling the ankle. It's also perfectly all right if you want to hold on to a couch or a chair or even a wall. And now we're going to make the circles a little bit bigger. So we're circling in the ankle, the knee, and the hip. But if there were more folks doing this, there'd probably be less folks getting hip replacements. I mean, no shade on a hip replacement if you need one. Got several friends who've really been a lifesaver. Okay, and let's plant the heel, shift the weight over into the left, sink that awareness down through the left sole of the foot. Now, right toes touch. We start with just a circle with the ankle. But notice how even when you circle the ankle, you still got to get your knee in it. Smooth and nice and slow. And then we can get the hip a little bit more involved. And also the weight, the leg that your weight is on, you keep a nice bend in that knee the whole time. A comfortable bend. And we can go ahead and relax the heel down. Let's come back to our breath. Bring our hands in front of us. We'll take a little bow as we exhale. And open up, heart to the sky. Take a nice deep breath in. Press the chest forward. Drop the shoulders as you bring the hands in front of you. Exhale, heart to the earth. Nice big breath, heart to the sky. And exhale, heart to the earth. One more time, heart to the sky. And heart to the earth. Relax the hands down. Now, I think we're ready for Yellow River Dancing. Well done. Know that you have just done something tremendously beneficial for your physical health, your emotional well-being, and your mental health. You have just taken healthcare into your own hands. And with a consistent practice, you can prevent diseases from happening before they even arise. The effects of Qigong tend to be cumulative and are really experienced through a consistent practice. If you'd like to have a consistent practice, come and join us in the Live Class Club. We have 3 classes every week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, live online. Subscribers also get access to a rotating video library of the last 10 practices that we did. You get the full routine, a 20-minute version, as well as just the meditation that we do at the end of class. And our 2025 pricing is just $25 per month, which works out to about $2.08 per class. Compare that to the cost of anything else, and it's a pretty good deal. The prices are going to go up in 2026 to a whopping $30 per month, so still pretty affordable. All right, guys, I'll look forward to seeing you again in class soon. Be well. If you like this channel and you like this kind of content, please subscribe and like the channel. Remember to hit the little ding bell so that you get notifications anytime that new flows and videos are uploaded.